EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Daniels. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Open man downfield, he's got his tight end, Bowers. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
In motion comes Thomas. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He will find Thomas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Niners are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll manage to get to the 33. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. 2nd and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Willis gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards. They motion a receiver right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing, Willis. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
To throw is Willis. That is hard down the field. He's got it. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. To throw, here's Willis. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one from 41 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the Seahawks will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Once again, it's Barkley. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. That is caught. What a throw. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, San Francisco. Butker's extra point is good. And the 49ers take a 10-3 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. 2nd down and 8. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's Willis. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Seahawks. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Seahawks will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Going to return this from the 10. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Throwing again. Daniels. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Willis to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. A pickup there of 13. First down, Seattle.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now Willis. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A run here with Gibbs. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A pass caught by Saquon. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniel trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
Throwing, Willis. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Here's Gibbs. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he will have the Seahawks first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's a run. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Seattle. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Seahawks go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Daniels. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Open man downfield, he's got his tight end, Bowers. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 2nd and 2. To the air again is Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Third and long, and here's Daniels. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, They get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Second and a yard. On the ground, this is Gibbs. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That'll be taken in by Barkley. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Quick throw, taken in. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they could win the game on this possession.
On first down, Daniels gets it away quickly, and it's caught. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
That's caught left side by Bowers. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
I really like the urgency this offense is playing with in this 2-minute drill, Mike. They understand it's touchdown or bust on what very well may be the final possession of this game.
Here's first down.
Let's go now. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
And with that completion, now they're down there in striking distance. They're in the red zone. You got to keep thinking, what is our best play? Our gotta-have-it play. And you need to dial that thing up right now.
Here is first and goal. Here's Barkley. And it's It's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Gibbs. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Gibbs.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. Here's Willis. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game. As they approach midfield now, they've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run with Gibbs. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here comes 2nd down. They'll run here. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. The faithful roaring here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now the timeout will be called, so they are in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to win the game. So a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.